So this is the first slide. It's about the top reasons for studying in Canada. And the first reason is quality education. So quality education, the education system in Canada is considered as the best education system, and Canada is among the among the nations where the education system is best in the world. And Canadian degrees are accepted and recognized everywhere around the world. And whether you choose a college or a university, it doesn't matter. The education, one thing that is for sure is that the quality of education is world class. Okay. And the second reason is it's cheaper there. The tuition fees is less, and it's comparatively cheaper than other countries like USA and Australia. Also, the living costs are a bit affordable when compared to other study destinations in the world. So it is cheaper to study a degree in Canada as compared to other countries. And apart from being cheap, they also offer scholarships, so that's one more benefit for students. And the next reason is it is safer. The crime rate in Canada is very low, and there is no violence, so that's the reason why it is very safe to study in Canada. It is one of the safest places to live on earth, and the crime rate and the violence is also very low, and students can peacefully study during their live there during their education, so which makes it even safer than the biggest study destination, which is the USA. And the next reason is there are plenty of employment opportunities in Canada. Students are Canada is offering students to work 20 hours part-time during their academics, during their study, and during their semester breaks they can work full-time, which is 40 hours per week, and they have up to 3 years of post-study work permit, which is one of the exciting reasons to study in Canada. So these are some of the reasons why students want to study in Canada. And about VisaTree Consultants, we here are encouraging students to study in Canada, not just in Canada, but also other countries like USA, Australia, and UK and France. Our webinar is about Canada, so I want to explain few things about VisaTree Consultants in this webinar now. So VisaTree stands out because we have our own application, a mobile application which students can log in, and they can do their visa processing right from their doorstep. Students can enroll and register, and they can upload their documents on the application, and they can track the application status. The stage by stage status of their application can be tracked, and they can also contact us through our inbuilt chat system. So that's the reason why we stand out among other consultants. And especially during this lockdown situation, when students are unable to step outside their house, we are helping students to study in apply to study in Canada and other countries without having to step out. So that is one reason. So I would like to now explain about this step-by-step process of studying in Canada. So there are very many steps involved in applying to study in Canada. So I will be explaining about each step in detail. The first step is where you register. The first step is at the right corner, top right corner of your screen. As you can see my screen, which is the register. So a student will register with VisaTree Consultants. At the time of registration, they will pay the application fees for a particular college where they want to apply. And in the next step, they submit their documents. Whichever documents are required as per the checklist, they submit all the documents to us, and we submit the documents to the college or the university, and we get the admission for this student. And the next step is they pay the deposit or the tuition fees, which could be 100% of the first year fees or a minimum of 50% of the first year tuition fees. And once the student pays the deposit fees, they will receive the LOA, which is nothing but the acceptance, letter of acceptance. And after this step, the next step is they take the medical appointment and they undertake the medicals and at a particular medical center. And in the next step, they show their funds in the form of a GIC, which is guaranteed investment certificate, or a fixed deposit. And after showing the funds comes the next step, which is showing the source of funds and submitting the visa filing, online visa application submission. And once the application is submitted, they're supposed to go to the VFS to submit their biometrics and submit their give their biometrics in the VFS center. And once this is completed, the next step is the visa approvals, when a student will receive a notification that his visa is approved and he can travel to Canada. So these are all steps involved in studying in Canada. And in some cases, like when the college is situated in Quebec, in the province of Quebec, students will also have to take another step, which is known as CAQ. So this is only for the Quebec province, which is not there for other provinces. And CAQ will also take more processing time apart from this steps explained in this chat. So about the student direct stream, I would like to explain some differences between the student direct stream and student partnership program in this slide. So there are two visa routes in Canada for students. The first one is student direct stream, which you can see on the screen. A student is eligible to apply for a student visa through a student direct stream route if he is meeting the three requirements, which are GIC, having a GIC of 10,000 Canadian dollars. GIC is nothing but a guaranteed investment certificate wherein student deposits $10,000 into his account in Nova Scotia Bank, and he gets a certificate which is known as the GIC certificate, guaranteed investment certificate. And the second requirement to this student direct stream is paying the first year tuition fee in full, 100% tuition fees. If a student is not paying 100% tuition fee, if he is paying just 50%, he will not be eligible for a student direct stream. And the third requirement is having IELTS score with all bands, no band less than 6.0. So if a student has all bands 6.0, then he is eligible for student direct stream. So these are the three requirements in order to meet in order to apply for student direct stream. And if a student is not meeting any of these three requirements, he will be applying the visa application through student partnership program route. There are some differences between student direct stream and student partnership program. So the benefits of student direct stream, as you can see on the screen, the visa is issued in 20 days approximately. Due to COVID, it is taking more time now, but the visa processing time is lesser than student partnership program comparatively, and the visa success rate is higher than student partnership program. So it is recommended that students apply through student direct stream, and students who apply through student direct stream are eligible to apply for a PR after the completion of their study in Canada. So now I would like my friend Mr. Sagar to take on and explain about Trebas Institute.
So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today, and I hope especially our students are staying safe, keeping themselves well, and taking care of their families and friends as well. So I am Sagar. I'm the senior manager at Trebas Institute, a global university system group institution in Canada. We'll talk about what Trebas is and how do we recruit, which courses are there, how you can apply. But before that, a little bit about Trebas Institute. So as I said, it belongs to a company in London, Global University System Group. And eventually we have 31 plus institutions across the globe. And so far we have recruited 50,000 plus students across the 153 nationalities. We have 30 international offices, along with 7 campuses across the 3 continents. We have been the Private Education Group of the Year in 2019 by the Education Investors, and our another entity, Interactive Pro, have been the Education Business of the Year Awards 2019 finalist. So when we talk about Trebas, the first thing comes in our mind, why Canada? And my friend Arun has really explained it very well. What are the reasons? Why should you prefer Canada? And the main reasons are, if we talk about why should you go for Canada? So the first thing which comes in your mind is the quality of study, the education quality. And in fact, the Canadian education system is world renowned. And if we talk apart from education, what is the second thing that you think about? The quality of education and the pricing and the quality of life. So if we talk about the quality of life, Canada ranks number one among the United Nations Quality of Life Index. Then 95% of the international students recommend Canada as a study destination. And out of that, 68% of the international students plan to apply their permanent residencies in Canada. If we talk about Canada, then the second thing comes in because we have our campus in Montreal. And why should you go Montreal, not any other city? So whenever we speak about Montreal, it is in fact the second largest city in Canada. And in fact, before 1960, it was the only largest city in Canada. So now if we talk about the specialties, the benefits of choosing Montreal over other destination, the first thing is, if we compare the tuition fee across the provinces, if you compare it to Ontario or British Columbia or to any other province, you'll find a significant difference in the tuition fee. In fact, if we talk about the cost of living, Montreal is one out of 20 least expensive cities to live in Canada, and that too 11 out of 20 are in Quebec. So your day-to-day expenses, your food, your transportation, your accommodation, that becomes very much affordable for you. And you will be very surprised to know living expenses in Montreal are 42% lower than in Toronto. And if we talk about the living index, it's 11.6% lower than in Toronto. So you can simply get the idea how affordable Montreal is. If we talk about the culture, it's amazing, rich French Canadian culture, and you can study in French and English, both the languages. And Montreal has been called the Europe of the North America, so it's really having the good reputation. And the maximum people speak the both English and French, and they are bilingual. If we talk about what after study, how's your social life? So Montreal hosts a lot of events, and Formula One racing is one out of the very popular events. Everybody knows about the Grand Prix du Canada, Formula One racing. And apart from that, we have Oshaga, Just for Laugh, and then the Jazz Day Montreal International Festivals. What else? Especially when you're from South Asia, you love food. And in fact, Montreal is one out of world's 18 best foodie cities by the list. So you have the top-notch cuisines. You never miss your food taste. Whatever you like, most probably you'll find that there. And eventually, this is one of the largest hospitality industry in Canada. And that too, if we compare any other North American city. Another thing comes in mind, the safety, the public transportation, how clean the city is. So Montreal is a very clean city, and the monthly expenses for the international students are only $52. And now let us compare the Hyderabad metro. How much do you pay for one way or the both ways? In the most of the cases, you pay 80 to 100 rupees for going from one place to second and then coming back. And if we compare it to Montreal now, it's $52 a month, which is less than $2 a day, and which eventually is less than 110 rupees. And
Yes.
now you can compare, even in your city, you're traveling at the same cost. And if I compare it to Delhi Metro is quite a little expensive than what Montreal public transportation cost is. So this is something when you think from a student's point of view, your point of view remains affordable tuition, affordable living, low cost of public transportation, good food, and what else? PGWP. So of course, after completing your programs at Trebas Institute, you'll be eligible for up to 3 years of work permit as well. So if we talk about Trebas, it is not a new college. It was started in 1979, and it is almost 40 plus year old now. So we are located in downtown Montreal, which is one of our main USP that a student should prefer us. Why a good location matters for you, because most of the part-time and full-time jobs are available within the city, which is the downtown, the CBD area. And if we talk about our location, we are located at 550 Sherbrooke Street, which is in the heart of the city. That too, 110 meters away from the nearest bus stop, 6 minutes to a subway station. And if we talk about our accommodation provider, which is Campus One, it's like 4 to 5 minutes of walk. If we talk about the brand, we have been in this industry for over 40 years, and our alumni network is very much amazing. With 3,000 plus alumni, we have our students which have been the Grammy winners. We have our student Mike Piacente, a Grammy winner. We have Mike Fiernoki, who is the youngest ever person in the Canadian Dance and Music Hall of Fame. So our alumni are really good, and eventually you'll get the same exposure when you study at Trebas. The programs are powered by the industry renowned experts and are approved by the Ministry of Enseignement Superior, which is the Ministry of Education in Quebec. And then another good thing is we have lifetime career support, not only during the course. This is during your, the time that you stay in Montreal, so lifetime. Then again, we have a strong network of business partners, around 100 partners that we have at the moment. Then at the campus, we have students from over 40 countries studying at Trebas. It's not only India. There have been students from many countries studying at Trebas. Then we offer our programs in English and French both. And programs later will get you a postgraduate work permit also. If we talk about our campus, we have our own sign-out labs, recording studios, audio and filmmaking equipments, post-production studios, and well-equipped classroom with the student lounges, and our subway station is literally across the street from the campus. If you can see the pictures now, so the city is quite peaceful, but in the night, you'll not believe me, this is one of the most amazing city for your social life. And that too, when you compare it to some other cities like Toronto or New York. Toronto and New York are 1 hour away from a flight by the city. And if you drive by a car, it's 5 to 6 hours both way. So eventually 5 hours and 5 to 6 hours to New York. And eventually you can get a road permit to America, and you get a 10 years work, a multiple visit visa. If you are in Montreal, you want to visit US. Currently it's on hold because of the COVID regulations. They have closed the borders, but eventually this was pretty much easier for you being an international student traveling to New York from Montreal by your car. So if we talk about our accreditations, we are a private career college, and we are a DLI institution, a designated learning institution as per the Immigration and Refugee Protection Regulation, and all programs are approved by the Ministry of Enseignement Superior. We are the member of the ACPNS as well. The student diversity, current moment we have students from 50 plus countries. You can see on the screen the student diversity. Students are from Bahamas, Belgium, Bermuda, Brazil, Cameroon, Canada, China, and so on. You can see almost 43 countries are listed here. Industry partners, even we have Sony Music, which is one of our industry partner. Let's talk about the program. So we currently offer, if you visit our website, you'll find us offering 9-10 programs. But at the moment we promote these 2 programs. We recently launched these programs. The one is e-commerce and online business management. The second one is audio and video post-production. We offer these programs for 4 intakes per year. The next availability is July and September, and then January. Looking at the COVID situation, we also offer a $4,000 international diversity scholarship, which helps the student for a better self-sufficiency. And eventually, this is a $4,000 scholarship for 2 years, so you get $2,000 per year. We talk about the tuition fee, as we were talking about, and Arun rightly mentioned the affordability. So we have 2 years program. Both programs are AEC. We give you the flexibility of paying your fees in payment plans. You can pay a $250. You can get an LOA and can file your CAQs. And at the second hand, you can pay the first year fees, and you can go away for your LOA, and then you can file CAQ and visas. So we talk about e-commerce and online business management, 2 years program, $28,000 is the tuition fee, $4,000 is the scholarship on this, and the tuition fee after scholarship remains $12,000 per year, which is around 7 lakhs per year. For audio and video post-production, it is $32,000. With a $4,000 scholarship, the tuition fee comes down to $14,000 per year, which is again around, we compare in the today's currency rate, it is around 7.5 lakhs, 7.6 lakhs now. So eventually, when we combine the tuition fee for both years, for business you pay around uh, 13 lakhs. For audio video pay around 15.5 lakhs. And when we talk about the return on investment, even if you count the 20 hours work that you can do during your studies, eventually that too makes something for you, and then altogether you get the breaks as well, so you can study, you can work. And in e-commerce we offer you a 135 hours, which is around 3 months, and internship also, which is a guaranteed internship that we will arrange for our students. If we talk about the admission requirements, as per the provisions of the Section 4 of the College Education Regulations, any student who is 17 years to 40 years in age can apply for our programs. So even if you have 10 years of experience, you are working in a company for 10 years, and you think, okay, let us study now, you can still apply. If you are a student who is just completing his +2, of course, you are very much welcome to apply. And even if you have a bachelor degree in your hand, you have done a BTech from JNTU, and at the moment you think of doing something interesting or maybe an e-commerce program, you can apply. So any student with a +2 with a 55% score can apply, and a bachelor degree student with a 50% score can apply with no more than 15 backlogs. If there is a special circumstances, medical issues, health issues, or family issues, then we can check it case to case basis. You can get back to VisaTree, you can submit your profile there, and we will check how many backlogs and how did you complete it, and what were the reasons of the time. So this is our admission requirement. And when we talk about our English requirements, we need 6.0 in IELTS with one module 5.5 we can accept for non-STS visa framework, which Arun has explained it. If we talk about TOEFL, we accept 68 and PT 54. Duolingo, we never recommend you. But of course, if you are not getting IELTS state, you can go for Duolingo. That too only for offer letters. We do not issue any LOA with Duolingo. If you do not have English evidence, you can also go for French, and you can give any French exam listed here, and can score a levels B1 to apply directly without an English. If we talk about the documents required, what documents do you need to provide to VisaTree for your offer letter? It's just your passport, your academics, and your English proof, IELTS or PT. Along with that, an application form. So only 4 documents. We do not charge you any upfront fees to get an offer letter. Apply through VisaTree and get an offer letter without paying your application fee in advance. Of course, as soon as you are ready to apply your CAQ, you have to pay our application fee, $50 and $200 registration fee to get your LOA, which is a letter of acceptance. So the application process was well explained by Arun already. So I will directly come to the courses now. But before that, any question anyone has, feel free to type that into the chat, or you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. So any question Arun you want to ask on behalf of students, or do you think there could be some question that often comes to your counselor, to your your staff who deals in Canada?
What are the facilities of the your Trebas college that what are the safety measures they are taking in order to help students face the COVID situation, and how are the classes being conducted? If you can throw some light on this also, it would be helpful for our students.
Sure. So let me explain this, Arun. So at the moment, our classes are blended. So you can take only one class in a week at the campus because of the COVID guidelines for the colleges. We do not recommend our students to attend at the campus. We are very much working with the ministry, coordinating with the ministry to check if the classes can be offered at the campus in September. But this will be very much quick to comment. So I cannot comment on this, that if the student will get on campus in September, but the chances are very high.
Yes. So, Sagar, how do you think students will find it easy or difficult to find jobs in Montreal? And what kind of jobs can they find in Montreal?
See, to be very frank, in Montreal, because of the large hospitality industry, you will easily get the part-time jobs. And if we talk about after your studies at Trebas, so 79.5% of our students are in full-time jobs, and that too within the first 6 months of the course completion. So we really
Great.
focus on the quality education, and our students are in full-time jobs, and that too around 80 on 100.
Yes.
So eventually, very hardly they face any issues because Montreal is not a small city. It is one of
Yes.
the largest city and eventually second largest city in Canada. So people may doubt maybe Ottawa or Vancouver is the second largest city, but that's not
Exactly.
true. Montreal is the second largest city after Toronto.
Yes. Anybody else has any questions?
Yeah, feel free to ask any question. It will be my pleasure to answer anything. As we were talking about the courses, so e-commerce and online business management, something which is in demand now. You can see post-COVID, the only business that have been surviving are e-commerce and online business. Flipkart, Amazon are not, something that I believe everybody is well aware about these companies, and they're, holding large revenues throughout the world, not only India. Amazon operates in Australia, Canada, US, India, and so many countries. And you can, you know, think about what e-commerce could bring to your career.
Yeah, right.
So if we talk about e-commerce, the career opportunities could be digital marketing consultant, digital marketing manager, account manager, social media manager, advertising consultant, a marketing manager, or e-commerce consultant. So this is a 5-term program, and we teach you starting an online business, digital marketing, business auditing and reporting, introduction to accounting, social media management, sales and marketing representation strategies, Salesforce, online promotion and digital advertising. So you can see the modules are not only business focused. So any student from even humanity or science background can also study these programs.
Yes. That's
And we talk
that.
about the practical exposure. In this program, we offer a 75 hours of marketing plan and 135 hours of uh, internship, which is a guaranteed internship that we provide.
Okay.
Video post production. This is again a very innovative career focused program which gives you career opportunities in video editing, assistant editing, sound editing, post production supervisor, post supervisor, full artist, color correction and a grading artist, and a digital overlay graphic design. So as you can see the course modules, the course focuses on the post production industry. So any student who's interested in video editing, sound editing, animation, 3D, 2D, music editing can choose this program. So of course, with the students who are interested in cinematography, poster production and advertisement, music videos and practical analysis, and that too, automatic dialogue replacement, dubbings. So that too can do this program. So this is again a 2 years program which gets you up to 3 years of work permit. The classes are 2 to 3 days a week. So for business, 2.5 days a week, and for audio video, it's just 2 days a week.
Yes.
And if we talk about other benefits of studying in Quebec, so you get a free French course as well there. So you can study a free French course and can get up to $200 per week, which is quite interesting for the international students. You study something for free and get money as well, which is unique. You won't find it anywhere else in Canada. For the payment option, if you want to pay our fees, you can use a credit card, or there are various methods available. If you want accommodation facility, you can write it to us at studentservices@trebas.com, and we'll be very happy to arrange accommodation. So any other question, feel free to ask me. I think I have covered maximum things. So Arun, over to you now.
Yes. Sure, Sagar. Thank you so much for that, very informative presentation. Um, I don't have much to add to it, but I have last one important thing to discuss with students. So many of the students want to know whether they can travel with a dependent to Canada. So the answer is yes, it is possible. Students who want to invite their spouses to Canada to join them in Canada can apply, can invite their spouse to apply for a dependent visa to Canada, and it is possible to join. If you want to join your spouse in Canada and stay together, it is possible. So Canada has many
very well said.
to offer to students. And if anybody has any question, please type in the questions. What is the difference between a study permit and a temporary resident visa? Temporary resident visa is nothing but the study permit, but there are other types of temporary resident visas also. Study permit is one category of temporary resident visa, if I'm not wrong. Do you want to add anything to this, Sagar?
Correct, Arun. So temporary resident visa is a stream, and in this stream we have study permit, we have business visitors visa, we have visitors visa. So anything which is temporary. So of course, study permit is a TRV. We call it TRV in the short.
Yes. Do I need to show proof of funds when applying for a study permit? Yes, you will need to show proof of funds. And especially in Canada, you have something called GIC, Guaranteed Investment Certificate, wherein a student will create an account in Nova Scotia Bank and deposit 10,000 Canadian dollars to get a certificate which is called as Guaranteed Investment Certificate. That itself is sufficient to show the proof of funds.